Do you want to sell higher ticket items? Do you want to sell more, make more money like a boss without being pushy, salesy, and desperate? Well, lucky you, I'm coming out with my own skincare line, Wicked Skincare. And as I go through the process, I'm like, well, let me tell you exactly what I'm going to do so you can do it for yourself and your business as well. If you don't know me, this is your boy Wick. Wick, shut up. And one of the phrases that I coined, I need to get this like trademarked or something. If cash is king, the consult is queen. And one of the things I talk about is having a solid consult. What do you need to have a consult? Because when you want to sell higher ticket items, the people need to, one, believe in you, two, believe you know what you're doing, and three, most importantly, making it simple and easy enough for them to understand and acknowledge along the way, so they say yes, yes, and yes. So that's what we're going to go about today, is my process that I'm going to go through, and I might as well just share it with you. So how to be sell like a boss, without being pushy or salesy by Wicked Skincare. Ta-da. How do we do this thing? Let me try to figure this out. We're PowerPointing, yo. We're going high tech. All right. One thing that I've learned over time is a consult, a sales consult. Let me be more particular because people yell at me when I say, I can do a better consult. They're like, well, no, you can't. You're not an esthetician. I'm like, I don't have to be. And that, you know what's going to be very interesting, just to kind of put it out there, is how this skincare line is going to go based on me selling it. That's going to be the initial portion of it. It's going to be kind of fun. It's going to be an interesting experiment. But this is a sales consult. The purpose of the sales consult is, one, educate the client, two, understand what's going on with them, three, show them a simple, easy solution that they can quickly follow, understand, and they believe will help. Cool beans? Cool beans. Go. All right, how do we do this thing? Okay, do this. Here we go. Okay, it's going to be the Wicked sales process. And to make it easy for you to understand, I created an acronym that is actually goes with my skincare line, Wicked. So the first thing to understand when somebody comes in, let's just say for a consult, and that's important. This is a consult, meaning when I talk to people and somebody is asking me just questions online or DMing or emailing, I want to bring them in for a consult, whether it is in person or it is online. I'm going to actually have a mix of both because I have partnered with an esthetician to be my initial guinea pig for my skincare line. Right? So this is for a consult. Again, cash is king, consult is queen. So when somebody comes in or I have somebody on Zoom, one of the first things I want to know right off the bat is, starting with the W, wicked, what's going on? Meaning, what problem are we trying to solve? This is important. This is very, very important to get started on the right path, right foot, is because a lot of clients or potential clients, when they come to you, they're going to say, oh, I just want to get information. How much is a facial or something of that sort? And it's a very broad thing, right? It's a very broad statement. You know, hey, how much do you charge for a facial? Hey, I wanted to get a facial. How much do you charge? It's like, well, before we even get to that, it's like, what's going on? Like, what problem are we trying to solve? Why are you even here? Well, I wanted to get some information. Well, do you want that information to solve a problem? Right? Because it's kind of weird. You don't just go from place to place getting a bunch of information. You're trying to probably get that information and fix something, right? Yeah. So what is it? What's going on? And if they're face to face or if they're on Zoom, all right, you being a experienced esthetician, and even me with my non-esthetician eyes, I can look at someone's skin and go, okay, this person is struggling with acne or rosacea or their texture or wrinkles or what have it, right? So go, are we talking about the acne here? Or are we talking about this? What's going on? and they go, well, I'm struggling, I have acne and I want to get rid of it. Cool. You need to get this information because you cannot treat someone's acne unless they acknowledge they have acne. And that goes into step 2 is I identify the problem. We're going to clarify. Okay, so you have acne and that's why you're here. Is that correct? You want to reduce your acne. Am I right? Yes. Identify, because now we have a starting point. So many times I've been in scenarios and people just glance over it and just start giving their sales pitch and presentation, and they're just talking. I want to talk as little as possible, and from them I need information that I can later use that's going to be helpful in overcoming objections and things of that sort. But to keep it simple in the beginning, we need a problem. Again, I do not do or encourage or work on relaxing facials with estheticians that I partner with. I am trying to solve a problem. If you got a problem, I'll solve it. Check out my DJ Revolve it. Ice, babe, right? So I'm about solving a problem. Until I get them to admit that problem, we do not move on. I do not move on. I will go in there and go, well, I just want to get some information. Well, it's kind of, do you just go around getting information? What are you going to do with it? Like what problem are we trying to fix? Struggling with acne, rosacea? Is the texture of your skin off? What's going on? Okay, yeah, I got some acne. Okay. So what's going on? Okay, so you have acne and that's why you're here, correct? Correct. Clarify. Boom. You have to do it. Just trust me on that. Until they identify with that problem, you'll be surprised the denial that people go through. Go. Okay. Then again, this whole consultative process, it's about gathering data. One of the most interesting, valuable things that I've learned many moons ago is I already know what I know. Okay, so I already know what I know. I need to now shut up and pull information from them to understand my client. And this is what we call the pain cycle. Know what they've already tried. And this is basically a cyclical cycle. Okay, so Sarah, tell me real quick, what are some of the things you've already tried? Well, product. Let's start with product-wise. What have you tried? Products. What's in your bathroom right now? Let's just say she's on CeraVe and she's tried this and she's tried Proactive and then she's tried this and then she's tried I don't know, but whatever, blah blah. So each thing we go through. Okay, so you tried that. How long were you on it? And I need to get some key pieces of information. What has she tried? When was it that she was trying this? How long did she try it? And what were the results? One of the reasons I am in the beauty business, and I'm hoping you are as well, is because, one, everyone wants beautiful. Everyone wants to be beautiful. I don't think there's anybody out there. No, I don't want beautiful, clean, clear, glowy, dewy, porcelain-like skin or whatever, right? So, two, when you have somebody that's asking you questions or DMing you or coming in for the consult, they are there because they have a problem, right? They are there because they have a problem to fix. So you are already in a situation where they need your help. Are you with me? So you're already in a higher ground. They need your help. It's just now walking through the steps why you are the right person to help them and how you're going to help them, right? So you go through this thing, what have they tried? How long ago was that? How long were they on it? What were the results? And the results are mostly not going to be great because if they worked, if they got the results, they would not be here speaking with you. Are you with me? So whatever they've tried in the past did not work, or they would not be there to see you. Just saying, right? Does that make sense? Are you with me? And you go through this again. It's a pain, and I should have put cycle here. Cycle. You go through it again. What else have you tried? Oh, you tried that too. Okay, how long were you trying that? Okay, when was that? Okay, and that didn't help. What were the results? What happened? Nothing, or it dried their skin, or they broke out more, or they developed a rash, right? So you want them to kind of basically just empty out the cabinets and see what's, this and this and this and this. I tried this and this and this, because it helps them realize, oh my God, I tried a lot of things. Hence, while they're there to see you, know what they've already tried. Once you've done that, this is when we educate and we sell them the dream. This is critical. One thing I want you, if you're not doing it, other estheticians are doing it, is to dumb it down. So many times there's something called the curse of knowledge. Just because you know what this is and that is and this is and that is, this is not the time to wow them with your knowledge and information on skincare. The whole purpose of this is to educate them how they can do it, how simple it is. So instead of walking them through, well, we're going to do this cleanser, then this, and then this, and this acid, and this, you want to focus on selling them the dream. And how this is done is, after the pain cycle, go, okay, so you've tried all of these things, and you still don't have the results that you're looking for, right? You're still struggling with that acne that you've had for 3 years, right? However long, what's going on? How long have they had the acne? In fact, I gotta add that there. How long have they had it, right? Cool. Educate. So from here, at this point, go, okay, you know what? I think I can probably help you. Do you want to hear about it? So again, this is the sales process where we transfer it from getting all of their information that we've got, get info, label them with that info, get more info, and now we're like, okay, I think I have a solution that might work well for you. Can I share it with you? So you ask them permission. You see what a subtle little shift that is? You ask them permission, can I share it with you? And if they say yes, they are inviting you to now sell them. But you see what a simple shift it is, instead of going, well, I got this for $9.95 and $29.95 and $15. Because for my products and my product lines, I was looking at price points. I think for the packages that we're working on, on the low end it's gonna be like $397, $397. On the high end it's gonna be about $1,000, right? And so about $400, $397 to $997 is gonna be the two options that we're gonna present. So can I share with you? Cool. Right? And then part of this with the education and selling the dream is I look at skincare, because that is what I'm selling is skincare, is there's 3 parts of it. It's one, selling, getting the client to use the right products. Right? Go, okay. So that's why it's important to, when they're going down this pain cycle, what have they tried? They tried CeraVe, and they tried Proactive and Clearasil and Noxzema, or they've tried all these things. Okay. Right? So for me, it's like there's, I call it my pyramid, or the three legs of a stool. You got to use the right products. You got to use those products the right way. And you got to use them consistently with accountability, right? And so the first thing we talk about is using the right products. And the best way I can tell them here, I'm not going to go into excessive details of, well, this cleanser has this and this and this and this and this and this and this, and this has this and this and this. I'll touch on it, but more importantly, I'm talking about, I want to give them examples that they can understand. Go. One of the reasons. I can see there's a couple of areas that why you don't have the results that you wanted. You wanted to get the reduced acne. You want to get clean and clear, beautiful skin. I can see a couple of reasons why what you've done has not worked. Number one, you're using CeraVe, right? So not saying CeraVe is a horrible product, but unfortunately it doesn't work for everybody. It's, your skin is unique, just like your fingerprint, just like a snowflake. And a lot of the times the things that are off the shelf or you get at CVS, they might work for some, but unfortunately you are not part of that some. And at the same time, it's also looking at some things that are not using, when we talk about the right products, looking at some things that you weren't using that probably might have helped your skin. And it's kind of like, and this is what you'll always hear me say this out, it's kind of like. I always like to use analogies because it helps me bring it together. It's kind of like. So, like for example, I got my little cheat sheet notes here, right? So for example, if they're missing products, let's just say they're not using a serum that might help them, or they're not using SPF as they should. Go, you know what? A lot of the times using the right products, if you're not using the right products, or you're not using all the products and you're missing some product, it's kind of like baking a cake without using all the ingredients, right? Or using the wrong ingredients. The cake's not going to work out, right? So if you again, like a normal cake, and you put eggs in there and flour and sugar, and you don't use sugar, and you don't, and you only put one egg instead of 2 or 3, right? The cake's going to come out different. Does that make sense? Yeah. Well, that's exactly how your skin is. It's using the right products. And it looks like with what you're doing is you're using CeraVe. Again, CeraVe is not a horrible product, but it's not for everybody. You might need something a little bit stronger, because the right products, and another example, it's like if you're not using a good cleanser, all the other products that you put on after that are just not going to penetrate the skin as it should, because your skin is not properly cleansed. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you still got a layer of gunk or residue on it, and that's why sometimes using the right products, the right cleanser, will make the world of difference. Does that make sense? Yeah. Fantastic. Cool. That's it, right? Boom. And I'm going to go and I'm going to give you, make sure you leave with the right products that are going to be easy to follow. So you're not going to have to worry about the products. I'm giving you all the ingredients. Boom. There you go. The next thing, use the products in the right way. Use the products in the right way. A lot of times when somebody goes to the store, they're going to get this cleanser, they're going to get this, or they can get this, or they're going to get that, right? They use a lot of different products. Some of them might have a different molecular weight. Some of them may not be as good as they need. Some of them, they're just doing wrong, or they're not using long enough, or their sequence isn't right. And I go, you know what? When you get the right products, even if you're not using them the right way, you're not going to get the full benefit of them. And a lot of the times, it's kind of like using a combination lock. If you got a combination lock and you need 3 numbers, but you put them on in different sequences or use them in different ways, then lock's not going to open, right? Yes. Well, that's exactly how skincare products. You must layer them a certain way to take full advantage so they can properly fight the acne and make sure that you can get the results as soon as possible. Because if you don't do it the right way, it's not going to work. Does that make sense? Yes. Fantastic. So we're going to make sure you get 1, the right products. 2, I'm going to personally go over each of them with you and show you the right sequence to do it. In fact, I'm going to number them for you 1 through 7. Can you count to 7? Yeah, cool. You're going to be able to do this. If you can count to 7, you can do this. High five. Boom. There you go. Right? Again, I'm not going to go into extensive detail of these things. I wanna sell them the dream. I don't need to go, well, this has this and this and this and this and this and this, and because it's just gonna confuse. Like, hey, here's the right products. I'm gonna make sure that you get the right products. I'm gonna go over them with you. Make sure you use them the right way. They're gonna be numbered 1 through 7. Can you count to 7? Boom. If you can count to 7, you can do this. Perfect. Bam. There we go. And the last thing is consistently and accountability. So for example, if someone goes to the gym and they only go once a month, they're probably not going to get the results they would get if they gone every day, right? Does that make sense? Yes. Cool. So with this, consistency is super important with your skincare routine. Your skincare routine is going to take between about 5 to 10 minutes, per session, AM, PM. Do you have 5 minutes? Yes. Fantastic. And another thing, I'm going to give you a sheet of paper, and what the benefit of the accountability part is, it's kind of like having a personal trainer. So if you had somebody checking in on you every single day, making sure you did this, making sure you did that, do you think you would be more consistent with that routine? Yes. And CeraVe wasn't doing that for you, correct? Meaning CeraVe wasn't checking in on you, making sure that you're using and cleansing the right way, and they weren't checking in with you. Were they? No, of course not. CeraVe's a big company. And unfortunately, sometimes we need a little bit more help with that to make and build these proper habits. So what's going to happen is, here's a sheet of paper. What you're going to do is every single day you're just going to check this off, and you're going to click a picture and you're going to send it to me. Can you send it to me? Yeah, fantastic. Boom. Blah, 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 right? So we talked about the consistency, the accountability, and this is basically my formula for the three legs of a stool when it comes to this. So whatever they're using, they're missing part of this. They're either not using the right products, they're probably not using it the right way, they're probably not being consistent with it, accountability. It's either one or all of these or what have you, right? Cool. And then we can go over the price of the stuff. Hey, we have two options here for this. Do you want to go with the cheapest option or the fastest results? Which way do you want to go? Do you want to go with the cheapest, or do you want to get with the fastest results? Blah. When we go cheapest is going to be just the products. It's going to be $397. Fastest is going to be products with services. It's going to be $997. And then that's when you come to D. D is dealing with the objections, right? They're going to have objections that you heard a million times. Well, let me think about it. I have to check with somebody. Let me see. Whatever it may be. You're going to deal with objections your whole life in business. They are not going to go away. So you might as well get good at them. And I have worked on this extensively to make sure that we're able to give you the right information on how to deal with this. So someone says, well, let me think about it. Go, hey, Sarah, absolutely, right? And it's like, in fact, but let me ask you a question. You mentioned up here you've been struggling. This is why this pain cycle is important, and how long they've been struggling with it. You mentioned you've been struggling with acne for 3 years, right? Yes. Okay. So it sounds like you've tried all this. You thought about this, then you switched from CeraVe to Proactive. You thought about it again. You switched from that to that, right? Sounds like you've been thinking about this for a while. This isn't something that just popped out yesterday, right? Yes. Okay, so what's really going on? What's really going on? What's stopping you from moving forward right now? Right? Does my breath smell? I always make things a little bit funny just because it just brings it down a little bit. What's going on? And you have to ask these hard questions. It's not being pushy. It's just, hey, let's just be real. What's going on? Right? Do you not believe me? Do you not trust me? Do you not do you want to work with me? Yeah. Do you feel that this system that we've created, and again, there's like pictures on the wall, and we go through all this stuff. It's the actual entire presentation. So it shows proof of other people, this, that, and the other. It's going to be a 30-day money-back guarantee, all these things. Go. You have zero risk, right? You have zero risk. So there's two options. You have two options, and neither of them will cost you anything. One is you try this, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't cost you anything, but you have a chance. And we offer you a 30-day absolute money-back guarantee. Follow the program, you will see results. And the other option is you do nothing, and then later on you try something else that may or not work, right? But when you're a person, you will always have the upper hand because CeraVe is not a person. This is not a person. That's why that consult is so important. So dealing with objections is just getting good at handling them. And it's always one thing they don't, and it's probably a main thing is about trust. They don't trust you, they don't know you, they don't trust you, or they don't like you, right? Or they don't believe you, which is trust, right? Same shit. Blah blah blah. So understanding these is going to be critical. And the fun part is there's only like 2, 3, maybe 4 objections tops that you're going to deal with, and they're easy to solve. They're always going to be, I'll have them written for you. So you deal with the objections whenever it comes up. And then after that, and this is so important, this is part of the follow-up that I've been talking about for quite some time now. And why it's important is, so that's a wicked, and you got to get wickeder. Is wickeder a word? Wickeder? But there's a saying, clients will judge you based on the point of, one, they pay you money, to what happens immediately after that. So they pay you money, and that's when people will have buyer's remorse, or this or that, or what have you. So I would say, and I'm putting up I'm creating a system for all of my stuff, is remind them why they trusted you. Remind them that they're in good hands. So as soon as they leave from me, they're gonna have like a goodie bag of some stuff. 2, they're gonna get a video from me texted to them. So hey, thank you so much for trusting us with your skin. We take this very serious because we truly care about you, and at the end of the day, you are our advertisement. So we're gonna do a great job with you because we want you to tell 50 of your friends about Wicked Skincare and how we're able to work with you and make sure that you got taken care of and got the VIP red carpet treatment, etc., etc. Right? So it's gonna, there's a sequence of things that will happen after, where we're not just taking their money and saying, well, hey, let us know how it goes. It's gonna be very, very well orchestrated, because those people are like, oh my God, hey, these people are good. I'll send them like a written thank you card that they'll get in the mail 2 days later, and they're like, oh my God, these people are on point, right? So it's like, I really do care about the process, and it's to let people know, hey, you trusted me. You gave me an opportunity, and I am not going to let you down. So we are working on this hand in hand. You can have the skin of your dreams. We got you, right? And then you just go from there. From that point on, it's going through the process. But this is the entire process. Like, this is literally the process. As you go through it again and again, it just gets more polished. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? You got acne. Okay, well, you got acne. How long have you been having acne? Right? Identify the problem. How long have you been dealing with it? Right? You have acne. Yeah. Okay. So how long have you been having it? Cool. We can go through the pain cycle. Okay. Tell me, what have you tried? How long have you tried it? When was this? What was the result? What else have you tried? What else? What else? And then you just talk about, okay, you go, I can see why you probably did not get the results that you wanted, and I think I can help you. Can I share our system with you? Yeah, absolutely. What are they going to say? No? What are they going to say? No? When they say yes, instantly they have given you permission to tell them about your system. And that's what we have. We actually have a system. So it's going to be about using the right products. Again, simple analogies. Simple analogies. If you're using the wrong products, they're not going to work. If you're using the products in the wrong way, they're not going to work. If you're not cleansing for 60 seconds to get as much of the residue and dirt and oil and stuff, off your face, it's going to be hard for the rest of the products to do what they need to do, baby boo, right? And then we talk about consistency. This is important, right? So consistency is critical, all right? And it's more importantly is we make sure you're consistent, because we're going to be watching you. I'll be watching you, right? Then from that point on, they're going to deal with the objections. Go, hey, no problem. Go. We got you. And you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If we can't help you get the results that you want, we don't deserve your money. So you are safe. And that's why it's important to work with them on the accountability. Because I hear a lot of estheticians say, well, what if they don't use the product? Hey, you can tell if someone's using their products or not. You're going to get weekly pictures, updates, etc., etc. And then remind them why they trusted you. Don't just take their money and then not be in contact with them. Make sure you follow up, you thank them, you do this, you do that. So this is the Wicked sales process. This is pretty much what I'm going to be using to go through and sell a buttload of skincare products. Wish me luck. Hope it's a benefit of you for you by moi. Peace out. Be amazing. Have a great weekend.